Hello guys, Mr. Solution here. So on today's episode, we'll be looking at understanding leverage for cryptocurrency futures traders. Okay, leverage is one of the things that you need to have a thorough understanding of how it works so that you do not make mistakes, so that you don't incur unnecessary loss in your trade. Okay, so that you don't keep complaining that you are being unjustly liquidated. As a matter of fact, your liquidation can be caused by two things. One of them is your choice of leverage, and the second one is your position sizing. But we are not talking about position sizing right now. What we are focusing on is understanding leverage and knowing how it works. So first of all, what is leverage? Leverage is nothing other than, if I just define it as a force multiplier, kind of gives you access to more. Okay, it opens up more opportunities for you than you ordinarily would have had. Okay, or more opportunities for you, let me just put it that way. Okay, so when you trade with leverage is giving you access to more funds than what you have in your account. Okay, so the problem arises when traders do not know how this leverage thing works, when traders do not understand that there are patterns or there are rules guiding the choice of every leverage it is they are choosing in the course of their trading process. Some exchanges can offer you as high as 100x, some can give you 101x as your leverage. Okay, but you don't just run to take up whatever leverage it is that you see there without understanding the dynamics, or without understanding the way or the processes involved in calculating it, so that it doesn't affect your trade adversely. All right, so if you eventually choose 100x, okay, as your leverage, what it means is that your capital will be multiplied by 100 times, assuming that what you have in your account is just $1, and then you choose 100x. What it means is that you are trading with 100 times of that your $1, which is actually $100. So if you have $1 in your account and you chose 100x as your leverage, that your $1 will be calculated as $100. So every trade you're entering with it will be seen as $100. But of course, the more the leverage you choose, the higher your propensity to getting liquidated, the higher your chance of getting liquidated. But we'll still get into that. All right, now assuming also you have $100 in your account and you choose 100x, or you choose 10x, okay, or you choose 100x as a leverage, what it now means is that instead of trading with $100, you'll be trading with $10,000, because 100 by 100 is actually 10,000, right? Yeah, it's actually 10,000. So if you have a $100 account and you're using 100x as your leverage, any trade you're entering with that funds will be seen as $10,000, okay, because of the leverage you chose. The same thing also is applicable when you have a $1,000 account and you're trading with 100x leverage. So that your trade, any trade you're entering with that fund, that capital of $1,000 will be seen as $100,000 because of the choice of your 100x leverage. So please, it's also good you understand that leverage is like a double-edged sword. It can make or mar you, it can move to your favor, it can equally move against you. Okay, so that is why it's expedient that you understand how these things work, so that you do not make unnecessary mistakes. Okay, now let's just say if you choose 10x as a leverage, okay, you're entering a trade with you have let's say you have $1,000, okay, in your account, and then you choose 10x as your leverage. What it means is that if that very coin you're trading drops by just 1%, you're going to lose 10% of your capital. So assuming what you have there is $1,000 as a capital and you chose 10x, if that coin you're trading drops just by 1%, you're going to lose 10% of that your 1,000, which is actually $100. So you're probably losing you're losing $100, so you'll be left with $900. So that's why it's always good for you to understand this leverage thing very well. Now let's say a coin is trading at $1, okay, a coin is actually trading at $1, and then you have $1,000 in your account, okay, but then you chose 10x, okay. yeah, you chose 10x as your leverage, the same thing also, and then the coin now drops by 10%. If that coin eventually drops by 10%, you're going to lose everything you have. You're going to lose every of your capital in that trade. Because how? This is it. Now, if the coin drops by the coin drops by 10%, okay, because 10% of $1 is actually 90 cents. If the coin eventually drops by 10%, you'll be left with, it will now be selling at 90 cents, okay. And then when you multiply 0.90, which is 90 cents actually, when you multiply 0.90 by $10,000. Now, how did we come about this $10,000? $10,000, we came about it by multiplying your capital by your leverage. If you multiply $1,000 by 10, you'll be getting 10,000. So every trade you're entering with these funds, you'll be entering it with, as long as you're using all the total funds you have there. Every trade you enter there will be seen as $10,000. So eventually, if you now multiply 0.90 by 10,000, okay, you'll be left with what? You'll be left with $9,000. That means the trade is actually shorting $1,000, and that $1,000 that it's shorting is actually your fund. So you've lost everything, okay, just because a trade just dropped just by 10%, but because of the leverage you chose, that is why it affected you so adversely. The same thing also happens when let's say you choose 100x. You're trading with $1,000 and you choose 100x as your leverage. In that case, it will be you'll be having like $100,000. okay, you'll be having $100,000 as your trading capital. If eventually that trade drops by just 1% drop on that trade will wipe your account, will wipe your total $1,000 out. So that is why it's always good for you to know what you are doing, okay. So if you leverage 100x, okay, a 1% move in price will affect you or your account 100%. So if it just drops by just 1%, okay, it mustn't really be negative, it could be positive. If you choose 100x, okay, and then the price moves to your favor, maybe let's say jumps up 1% to your favor, you are doubling your account immediately, okay. Your account is growing by double, by twice, okay, it's growing twice. So that is the advantage. That's why I said it's a double-edged sword. It can favor you, it can not favor you, it can make you, it can mar you, depending on what you understand it to be. All right. Now, in a situation whereby you are not using leverage, what if assuming you didn't use leverage and the coin drops by 10%, how much will you lose? Nothing. We just still lose 10% of whatever capital. Let's say in that your $1,000, you didn't use any leverage. Maybe you chose 1x leverage or whatever, okay, and then the coin just drops by 10%, you're only going to lose 10% of your capital. That is just the only thing you're gonna lose. You're not losing more, just 10% of that your $1,000, which is actually what's $100. So you still be left with $900. All right. So this is just a little thing I want us to understand on using leverage, so that you don't complain incessantly that a trade has that the trade was manipulated. Right? It wasn't manipulated. It was either due to your position sizing or your choice of leverage that got you liquidated earlier than supposed. All right, guys, thank you so much for making our time to watch this video. I hope it's been educative enough. Please kindly like, subscribe, share this video. Okay, you can join my signal group, Telegram signal group. I'll be dropping the description, okay, I'll be dropping the link on the description section of this video. And you have any questions, you have any concern, anything what else to talk about, you can chat me up on Telegram. I'm very active there, Crypto Solu. You can link me up on Twitter, Crypto Solu, or even chat me up on my WhatsApp. Every of this information will be left in the description section. All right, till I come your way again, I remain your man, Mr. Solu.